Hello everyone and welcome back to another Buddyhood Brawl League Season 3 game here in the lower division. We are going to look at SneakyHighElf taking on Wfenrir. We have Noble's Quarter Map 1, a map that SneakyHighElf shows. Specifically, that was his reward for winning his the last game that he played. And we're gonna have Wordstone Rush for both of them, Rivals in the Ruins for both of them. You see that SneakyHighElf is a little bit more leveled here, so he has been forced to take off one hero to match Wfenrir. That's part of the rules. They're gonna do some deployment here. Let's quickly bring up the scoreboard as they do. Checking this out. So yeah, that says Fenrir just one game. There should be two. A little bit mistake here. So Fenrir has 6 points. SneakyHighElf has 8 points. So they're pretty close to one another. Both one win and one loss, and it's going to be interesting to see what they can do here. Both of them are expected to finish at the very bottom of the table, so and both of them have exceeded expectations here. Both of them have gotten a surprising win in the last game, so they're on a roll here. Who knows where this is going to lead. Let's skip ahead of the deployment and come back for the first round. So here we go, SneakyHighElf's turn 1. Let's see what he can do. It's nice with Noble's Quarter Map 1 here. The Rivals in the Ruins deployment is relatively close to one another. It's very straightforward. Obviously occupying this building is a good choice. He's gotten Courage for his leader. It's a very unusual skill. I think he's going to be the only one with Courage, to be honest. It's not very popular, and but it is a leadership skill, isn't it? I think it is one of them that only the leaders can take, and I guess it's gonna be there to do what the sorcerer could not do. You have not seen it here, but SneakyHighElf has his third hero, being a Globadier that he did not pick for this fight, but he will eventually. You can take a look at the top left corner here in the screen. We see 180 morale for SneakyHighElf, 72 for Wfenrir. And those are numbers that are well below average, particularly for Wfenrir. It's actually worrying to be that low in morale. And low in initiative as well, so he's not trying to get an advantage through that. He must have boosted mostly just intelligence on many of his guys. That is one way to deal with all of the magic. So we have spotted the captain here of Wfenrir. We see it, he's gotten a boost, plus 15 initiative. That's no doubt a trap that has been triggered. Locky the Trickster spoke to SneakyHighElf just prior to this game, and he seems to be a very nice fellow. Should be hopeful for this particular game here. Going in. Traditionally, Skaven do really well against the mercenaries, and this game might not be much of an exception. All gonna be up to Wfenrir how to handle this. So SneakyHighElf should pay particular attention to the initiative ladder here, not just with that captain, but seeing if there are other units that are gonna be changing for the next round, because that means that Wfenrir has probably switched to the dueling pistols again for a lot of his henchmen, hoping for the chaining of the overwatches. Could go out here and get a little bit more view of the map. It's a good position to be in. One of the more tankier units here in SneakyHighElf's warband. I think that's a bit worse of an opportunity. Yeah, he should really stay where he's put himself at first. Does spot a few more units, doesn't he? Indeed. Last Talent Warrior. Another powerhouse of Wfenrir's Warband here. I hope that when we last saw Wfenrir play here, which was very recently, he did not have a Master Lasker talent on that particular unit, and maybe he has now, or character. You should really say character. So maybe he does that now, and in that case, it's going to be a very dangerous unit to face for SneakyHighElf, who does not sport any kind of Lasker talent units himself. 5 warp cards, Black Skaven melee guy here with a blue halberd, and the melee famous assassin with only 1 arm and sidestep. So he only has 1 shooter, the Night Runner. And when I was saying that mercenaries are usually a little bit disadvantaged against the Skaven, it's because not just the initiative matter here, but a lot of mercenaries, they do like to have a lot of shooting and speed, and melee counters that quite a bit if you can manage to keep them well hidden enough and then spring an ambush on them. Ambush as in hiding a unit and then manage to reach all of these juicy ranged units in the back line, and SneakyHighElf has the movement for that. Advancing towards the center building here. Hopefully gets to see more games of these two players, see how their warbands develop. It takes some time for some players to get their warbands into a kind of sweet spot where they actually want to be in regards to skills and initiative ladders and the equipment and so forth, and I think these two players might be approaching that level. Only a few more units coming up. Let's see if it can actually get an ambush off here. It's 10. A lot of things that people, well, something that the people should always take note of when they do face the Skaviness is that when you go into ambush, you're not really expecting to catch them, unless the only reason you should go into ambush is if you really want to deny certain space. And if you have lots of ranged units like the mercenaries do have, it's a nice idea to deny the space to the back line here with the front line. But crafty Skaven players can of course walk in there with 1 unit, trigger another ambush, disengage, trigger another ambush, and maybe flee and trigger a 3rd one, and then open up for their entire warband to swarm in. Something Skaven are particularly good at. Gonna see the captain coming up first turn the next round, I believe, due to his boost in initiative there suddenly. It's gonna be
a new round has started.
No, he's not there just yet. The captain is a little bit before him. It's a little bit precarious to have that initiative boost, because you're gonna lose it after a turn or 2, and then you're gonna fall down to a much lower one, which will be 53 here, meaning that the Night Runner is going to go ahead of him. So he could potentially get shooting down on the captain 2 times in a row here. If you're unfamiliar with the skill Courage, it provides plus 10% all alone, fear and terror. Really not worth it usually, but people tend to like the Musk of Courage instead, since that is actually an immunity straight off, and it's just a spell. It does cost red pills though, not blue pills, and it carries with it its own kind of curse, but still it's all about trying to have as much fun as possible and trying to test out a few builds here. A lot of the players have been doing that. and see how they work out in a PvP environment. Three archers. So we have the... he could possibly shoot from there actually. If you go forward here, he could possibly get some shots off. And then he could retreat back if he wanted to. Let's see what Craigie Ninja does. He was definitely the MVP of the previous match. This is also a good choice. Indeed, he's gonna get a good shot off against Lucky here. Fails the poison resistance check, meaning he's gonna be easier to hit. Can he defend this building? Is he gonna do a reload here? He's gonna be... Gonna be susceptible to attacks here from the two upcoming warriors. He would have liked a reload, of course, but this is a difficult position to be. Actually, I think he should stay upstairs. Yeah, but the thing is, that guy is gonna block the doorway with his character aura. Meaning that someone can just walk into him and you're not gonna have the ambush potential of the units behind him. Wfenrir at least making an effort here to get towards the objective. Remember, he also has Wordstone Rush. Probably also has 11 search points to get. We do hear someone climbing. Was the warrior? We have seen the entirety of Wfenrir's warband just outside, so he's moving in one big clump here towards SneakyHighElf. Now using an ambush. It's always precarious to try and attack as well, because you remember that you do attack someone and you have your red pills, but he's also gonna have red pills left over, so he's gonna have damage in the way of counterattacks on you. And after you're done with your attack, it's gonna be your opponent's turn, so then he can do even more damage on you. So the only reason that you want to charge in a situation like this, if you can actually focus fire and kill off a unit or two and then move back a little bit, or move into a position where you're tying units up with a stance preferably. Make sure that they don't get to use all of their counterattack red pills. Moving along the side here among the buildings, you see 2 warriors, 3 marksmen and 2 Let's Go Talent warriors, as well as the captain. Yeah, could be a wise move here. He does have the movement to capitalize and see if he does want to do a big charge here. It's going to be a lot of overwatches to face from all of those marksmen and maybe 1 or 2 of the warriors as well, running around with pistols. That might not be such a good placement of him. It seems to realize that. My shooting angle is not great. I actually got an overwatch off there. We didn't even see that in the combat log. There's a worrying side. It could be in a desync. Hope not. Well, let's see. There we go, he has two blue pills left over. He could do a charge here and try and get an engagement going. And he seems to be wanting to do that. That's a decent amount of damage coming in on Wfenrir the Devourer. And if he goes in with that angle, indeed he cannot disengage. He doesn't have too many options here. We do see that the Black Rider here is not mastered his last got talent just yet, so he's not as strong as Wfenrir would have hoped. Yeah, just charge in. Time is running short. We can probably protect him here. We have one warrior coming in as well as one last got talent, and then it's gonna be starting off with a new round here with Assassin going first, of course, and maybe the Night Runner will be able to limit the amount of support coming in. Is Mark Plan V going to go in here and take a bit of fire? Well, it's gonna start up very high in the initiative rankings for the next round, but remember that I'm gonna want to charge. No, doesn't charge. 49, 15% chance of scoring a critical hit here. Fails both of it. Yeah, that Kim Goblin Fondler needs some help, and needs it fast. One of the warp guards here with the shields is going to take one of the overwatches. It's going to be good for SneakyHighElf. Wow, he's really far off, isn't he? He's going to be aware of the marksman here. He's going to have a good shot. Oh yeah, he's walked around quite a bit here to the side, so he's really out of position. Yeah, and that's gonna be a blocked door, so I really don't know why SneakyHighElf went out to make a charge like that. And there is an overwatch, and we do know it, and it is gonna trigger very quickly. There we go. It's just the perfect amount of time, because now he doesn't have any blue pills left over, so he's gonna be exposed. And what's worse, he's blocking the path in here. Have to walk around the fence now. So everything looking really good for Wfenrir at the start, even though no kills have been scored just yet. I was about to say, curious that no overwatch shot is being triggered. Is he gonna tie down the captain? He can do that. Does he want to attack into this? Yes, he wants to. Does a little bit of damage, gonna take some damage too. Demoralized triggering in here, so that's minus 5% all alone checks. If he can get another character in here before it's the captain's turn, it would be the assassin in that case. And another demoralize. There's minus 10% all alone checks. Yeah, he could completely cancel out the captain here, but he needs to go in there with the assassin. There needs to be a reason why he's doing this.
A new round has started.
Yeah, and after this turn, the captain here is gonna... Yeah, can he get through? No, he cannot. See, he needs to go around the entire fence. He's put himself in a really poor situation here. But he can go around and go towards the captain. I really think he should do that. I hope he's doing that. I hope he's not reinforcing some other fight here right now. This is what he wanted to do, indeed. He's not going to do too much damage against the 40% blue heavy armor here of Wfenrir. But he is going to provide... Fatality is being triggered. But from 2% to 7% critical hit chance does not do anything. But he's gonna... Let's see, can he fail the alone check here? Minus 10% chance to make it. Yes, he does! So it does pay off. Quite handsomely here even. Doing a bit more damage, cancelling out the captain. A very nice move by SneakyHighElf. It's a big risk. He's gonna see if it's gonna pay off because... that paid off, of course, but he's gonna be vulnerable and exposed here. If he moves forward a little bit more, he could trigger the ambush by the Black Skaven. That would be perfect for SneakyHighElf. Opening up some space, getting a little bit of damage in, puts himself behind the wall. Alright, the Night Runner should have some good shooting opportunities from here. Has taken up a good vantage point. Could possibly see that marksman. He's gonna need 2 blue pills here to reload. Move to the other window. There we go. Might see something. No. Okay, not too great of a chance in that case then. Yeah, he saw something. There we go. 35% chance. Not great. No. He needs to do 2 shots. 2 shots at 35% is better. He does land it, but he's not going to be able to reload now. So he only got 1 shot off. Should probably stay upstairs. Indeed, he's doing that. Master easy to hit. 11% chance of a critical hit. That's pretty high. Let's see if he can actually manage to stun the assassin. No. Not enough, but it's getting really hurt. Really hurt. Barely not enough to kill him. He needs a little bit more damage. Can I get that from the Landscout Talent Warrior? What can the Red Rider do? Does he have a fourth attack? Has he mastered the Landscout Talent? It doesn't seem like he has, and he uses Flee here, which is dangerous considering fatality and 10% chance of a critical hit. Should have watched for that, but it's a good idea too, because it's going to open up the assassinator to be shot at by all of these marksmen, and they're easy to hit. They get plus if he's engaged, he's going to have a 30% less chance to hit this. So it's a good move by Wfenrir, opening up some space. Let's see what's going to happen here with another Overwatch triggering. With the Black Skaven, can he come in? Can he do the damage that's needed? Wants to do a charge. Might focus on the captain. It's difficult to hit though. With the mighty charge at least. There's just a tiny little bit left here to get a kill on the captain. One of the main contributors to the damage here of Wfenrir. Can he succeed on a lone check? 50% chance of that's gonna get another attack off. Look at this game. Everyone has 1 hit point left remaining. We're gonna see a lot of deaths coming in, and it's gonna be hazardous to Wfenrir mostly due to his lower morale. Quite significantly lower morale even. Could get a few kills off here. Let's see what he can do. Has he blocked his own path? No, he hasn't. Could be an idea here also to try and tie down some of the marksmen doing a bit of damage. Opts for the kill. It's gonna be an alone check for that. Let's go talent warrior. He might not have a good chance of that. Look at him. He has a helmet. He has been going for some intelligence. Okay. Makes sense. Cancelling the all alone. Liking it. Very much liking it. They're constantly thinking in those kind of terms here. So we have the score equalized, 1-1. What is he going to tie up? The assassin? He wants to focus on the sneaky high rat. A nice try. Is he gonna get? No, he's not gonna get a second attack off. All Sneaky High Elf has to do here is make sure that he's not facing the all alone check. Who is he gonna focus on? I think he should start locking down some of these marksmen so that the damage is gonna be less incoming. Could also go in here for the good kill against the captain. I think that's a very wise choice. Gonna do that. It's gonna reduce the morale significantly for Wfenrir. Look at this. He only needs 14 morale loss now. Surely he can get through somewhere and do an attack, no? No, that's just not enough. If you get another character in here on the Black Rider, you could produce another alone check. Demoralize is working really well for Sneaky High Elf. It's gonna be... No, it's not blocked. Perfect. Alright, we were wrong about that. Sneaky High Elf knew what he was doing, and he has the advantage here. He just needs to get 14 morale. That's gonna be...
Objectives
it's a bit too
updated.
late. I don't think he will get the objective here, but... yeah, it's too far away, The marksmen are gonna be pushed off this fight. Yeah, okay, so he's gonna go in here with melee, trying to do a bit more damage. Don't blame him, I mean, he needs to do something, and now he's facing the minus 30% hit chance, so it's not really worth it unless you do an aim. Getting the leader here of
a new round has started.
Manages to alone check. Can he do a bit of damage before he goes down? Remember, he has sidestep at a good 90% dodge chance. Minus whatever Sneaky High Elf is going to decrease here. It could possibly do an attack on... yeah, that's a good idea. Use the courage. Should probably focus on the last talent warrior here. He's the main damaging unit. There we go. These other units are level 0 for Wfenrir. He might have lost some units here in the PvE. Or they are sitting this fight out. Yeah, and there's gonna be one reason why Sneaky High Elf might take this game. Even if he does lose the leader here, he's not really close to routing just yet. Wfenrir doesn't need to have too many losses to go down. Let's see if we can get 2 shots off this time. It's a good choice. You could actually get it off and no. He needs to shoot 69. He could do an aim and then reload and then do another shot. Remember when he's up here, it's also minus 10% chance for the marksmen to hit him. Should do an aim. Yeah, I should have done a reload. Has the opportunity to do an aim now. We cannot do a reload after this anyway. Hits regardless. The poison is triggered in. Warp ammo is here. Depending on the potency of the pistols here, it's going to be a minus ranged and melee resistance for that unit. Hades Underlord for 1 turn. I mean, he's just short, but he can deny. No, okay, he cannot. He does a charge. Not really too successful at this, but of course, I mean, he's gonna focus on the weapon skills, so switching this back and forth. It's he has this kind of hybrid thinking with all of his henchmen, Wfenrir. Like the warriors can be shooters, the shooters can be warriors. Can I get in on the? I think he can. Wants to focus on the assassin if he can. Bring him down. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. I mean, he could go up here, he can... Oh, he doesn't have enough movement. I would have gone into the warp guard so that at least he could have done some attacks. Or done an ambush behind these guys, because you know that the Black Skaven is coming in and he's gonna do a decent amount of damage too. Focusing on the last Talent Warrior here could be a good choice. 41 wounds left remaining. Since he's a hero, it's 12 morale minus his actual level. If he goes in here at the very... No, he goes into the center, so no one else is gonna come in here. Let's hope he hits this 94% chance here, otherwise he would have made a mistake. Managed to get it, minus 50 morale. So it's gonna be a route test coming up for Wfenrir. After this, 3-1 to SneakyHighElf right now. Black Skaven is gonna come in. He's a little bit saved by his positioning. Still gonna be an all-alone check there at the very end. So he needs to get in and save that warp guard. This guy is so powerful, he could possibly kill someone here in just one go. Maybe one of the marksman here would be a good idea to actually attack. I would attack the White Rider. You might not be able to kill him in one turn, unlike Search the Fire Giant. Yeah, you could actually kill him too with a mighty charge. Whatever is easiest to hit should be the marksman, no? 59. 61, alright, yeah, gonna do here. Rolls 100. Bit unlucky. Still not gonna do anything against all alone here, but he might have won this game right now. Let's see. Wfenrir coming in. Route check. Can he make it? He only has one last Talent Warrior left. He can! For leadership. Oh my god, and he makes the 16% leadership test. Wow. That is gonna be really important. Fails to kill the assassin though. So something for everything. I was really unlucky within the luck. Yeah, he has 2 warp guards here that can come in and join the fight, and possibly they can finish off that that warrior that's pretty hurt. Do they have any? No, they don't seem to have any space to engage him on. If he has to go into one of the last good talent here, it's gonna prevent all alone. 5% chance for a critical hit here, demoralized triggering in. It's a very nice skill that SneakyHighElf has, and it works really well for his henchman in case he has a lot of melee, and I hope that he keeps doing a lot of melee. The more melee units you have, the more powerful demoralized kind of warband gets to be, because then you can overload certain units with all alone checks. More demoralized triggering in, but it's not gonna take an all alone check, so it's gonna be fine. Could walk all the way around here, yes indeed. Get in on the other last talent. No, other marksman, I mean. Other marksman, it's getting late. I'll have that as my excuse. More demoralize. This looks to be a check. Yeah, this is going to be a check. No, it's not. Not just yet. All alone for the warrior though. Manages it and gets another kill going. Very nice. Killing off the leader too, so it's minus 21 morale. Just before he was about to move.
A new round has started.
Very tanky these warp guards. Marksman in the melee against very heavy armored warp guards is not going to fare well in the long term for Wfenrir. It's all about how many points he can get. I don't think he can remove 39 morale. Can he? That's going to require a sizable investment. And he has to use disengage here, so... know that there is a last talent warrior coming for him. Can he do some damage before that or jump down? Oh, he has swift jump available to him. We're gonna see the passive triggering here. So +3 movement for Craigie Ninja. Look at this. He can really move some distance right now. Can get 2 shots off. He should really have a shot. Made a shot there. I think. Not really gonna use up. Yeah, I could get a kill here, and that could produce. Oh wow! Yeah, this is definitely the game of low hit point characters. It's too bad that he uses aim here. I wanted to get him to do 2 shots instead. 2 shots would have been a superior choice. That's not gonna put any one of his units in danger, is it? No, that guy is already facing all alone. He was the only one still in the fight, and he is going to die. Can reach the Night Runner now if he wants to. Probably should. He's unprotected, and he's more susceptible to damage of this kind. Probably doesn't have too much in the way of critical hit resistance either, and he does use a sword here. 10% chance. Gonna go up to 93% crit chance now, 10% chance for a critical hit again. 8% of course. Can he finish him off? Gonna produce another route test check here, and yes he is. Another level 0 gone down. So it's gonna be another 16% chance for Wfenrir to still stay in this fight. Can he do it? I'm very skeptical of that being an option. It's not gonna be an all alone check here because the Night Runner is equipped with a ranged weapon. They do not count for alone checks. Could actually get this archer too, if he wants to. That's gonna be an all alone check though, and we know he has 4 leadership, so he doesn't have too great a chance of making it. But first he has to pass a route test at 16%. Let's see if he can do that before. Wow, it's gonna be a lot of damage coming in now. Yeah. He's probably not going to die before taking the route test. We'll see. Some of the marksmen here, they were pretty high up on the initiative table, but they switched to handguns, which is -10 in initiative, so they might have gone down the ladder. That's a lot of demoralizers triggering. I'm not sure anyone can actually stand up to this. It's gonna fail the all alone check. It's completely surrounded. It's gonna chase after some of these marksmen then. Yeah, there are lots of words done, but he needs 11.
Objectives
He picked one up, but
updated.
that character died, so he still is only at 2 right now. Could lock down one of the marksmen here. You see him in the window. Yeah, expecting that
A
Fenrir
new
cannot possibly
round
make
has
this.
started.
Can he? Gonna get one shot off. It's not gonna be enough. Too bad. Let's see, 16% chance, and he fails it. Alright, so Wfenrir, SneakyHighElf, I mean, congratulations to your 2nd victory, and Wfenrir is gonna have to do some, hopefully it's gonna get to level 4 here soon enough, so you can get the 3rd hero. Thank you all for watching this game, and I hope you enjoyed it. See you more for future games in the lower division, and upper division as well. Farewell for now.